today I'm bringing you another keto product review video with ketone tests before and after I test each product. Does anybody remember this shirt from my first few dozen videos? I love this shirt. The struggle is real. I feel that way so often, so I love this shirt. I haven't worn it in a really long time, but today I will be sharing with you 4 products that I have never tried before, and I will test my ketones before and after each of the products. I will give you kind of my thoughts of the textures and tastes in those products, and then I'll also show you how they affect my ketone levels. If you find videos like this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, because I try to release videos like this every week when possible. It's very dependent on my ketone levels, but if you like videos like this, I would love to have you as a subscriber. My subscribers have been so amazing and they've been so awesome. I appreciate all of you guys sharing your thoughts and feedback. It makes me feel so special to hear your guys' thoughts and to have you guys help me and support me. I really can't tell you how much I appreciate your guys' feedback. It just means the world to me. So I would love it if anyone who is not a subscriber would love to be a part of this community as well, because it has been so much fun to be a part of, and it has been such an enrichment of my life. I don't know if that's a word, but let's say it is. So anyways, without further ado, I will go ahead and show you the products that I tested. It has been an hour and a half since I tested my ketones. I had just a serving of white chocolate to see if that could help my ketone level. So let me see if I'm in ketosis now. 1.0. Okay, so I'm going to test my first product for the day. I am going to test this perfect keto bar. This one is the chocolate chip cookie dough. I haven't tried any of the perfect keto products. I think I tried a collagen once, but I don't really remember it. But I've definitely never tried any of their bars. I bought their cookies, but I haven't tried it yet. So definitely stay tuned for that one, because that'll be in a product review. It's 230 calories for the bar, 18 grams of fat, 12 total carbs, 9 dietary fiber, so 3 net carbs, and 11 grams of protein. The ingredients include almond butter, soluble tapioca fiber, grass-fed collagen protein, cacao, chocolate chips, cacao butter, sunflower lecithin, MCT oil, organic vanilla extract, natural flavors, MCT oil powder, sea salt, monk fruit extract, and stevia. So the ingredients seem pretty good. The only thing I'm iffy about is the tapioca fiber. I had to put this in the fridge for a little bit because it felt very oily. It was delivered on a hot-ish day, so I am not going to judge it based on its presentation. Looks pretty chocolatey, smells pretty chocolatey. I thought it was gonna be like literally oily, so we go ahead and try it. I'm not a big fan of almond butter, so I'm worried about how this is gonna go. Yeah, I'm not a fan of almond butter. I don't remember what almond butter tastes like when I tried it last time, but this tastes very bitter to me. It's kind of on the chalky side. It doesn't taste sweet at all. You can smell the chocolate, but if there is chocolate like in there, it's probably dark chocolate, and that adds to the bitterness. It's kind of just bland. Because of the collagen and the MCT oil, there is a little bit of an oily feel to it, and the flavor. I know because I drink MCT oil from time to time. It kind of just coats your mouth with an oil, and the flavor is pretty bland, but it has a flavor to it. It's kind of odd to explain, but I can tell that's what's going on in here. I really don't care for this. I wouldn't buy this because I don't think it doesn't taste like cookie dough. It doesn't even really taste like chocolate. I don't remember what almond butter tastes like, so I don't know if that's the taste that I'm picking up on in here, but it's very bland. I am confused why people like these so much. Maybe I just got a bad flavor. I don't know, but since the first ingredient is almond butter, I know I won't be purchasing this again. But I'll go ahead and finish this bar just so I could do the ketone test, and then after I finish the bar, I'll test my ketones an hour later. Okay, it has been 1 hour since I had the perfect keto bar. I'm gonna go ahead and test my ketones and see if they've changed at all. 1.2. Okay, so it's gone up by 0.2 because my ketones an hour ago were at 1.0. So I'll test my ketones in another hour and see if they've changed at all. It has been 2 hours since I tested my ketones last. I think it was at 1.2. I'm going to go ahead and test my ketones now and see if they've changed at all. Okay, so definitely didn't decrease it, only increased it. I think it increased it by a total of 0.3. So with that, I am going to go ahead and test my next product. I am going to try another SmartSweets product. These I've had before. These were my favorite next to the peach rings. They have changed their formula. So now they're using allulose and they don't have chicory root fiber in it anymore. So the ingredients are non-GMO, soluble corn fiber, allulose, isomalto, oligosaccharides, pectin, natural berry flavor, sodium citrate, malic acid, citric acid, fruit and vegetable juice, coconut oil, baba wax, stevia leaf extract. That's it. For one bag, it's 90 calories, 0 grams of fat, 42 total carbs, 22 dietary fiber, and 3 total sugar. I tried in my last product review video the sweet chews, and it had a calculation on the bag about the allulose piece because it doesn't say how much allulose is in here. Oh, it does. It says it has 8 grams of allulose. So 42 minus 30 would be 12 net carbs per bag, which is still way too much for me. But I'm going to go ahead and try it. I wonder how different they taste. Because I used to eat these all the time. That's what they look like. They have a really nice gummy texture. So that's stay the same. I don't know if this is the allulose, but it has a little bit of a sour taste to it. And I noticed that in the SmartSweets sweet chews. I thought it was just like the way that the product was supposed to be, kind of like an hour and later. But these didn't used to be sour at all. They definitely tasted better before. But they still have a nice chew. They don't have the kind of like strawberry taste as much to it anymore. It has a little hint of a bite to it as well, which I don't know what's giving it that bite. It might be the allulose. I haven't cooked much with allulose, so I don't really know. I don't know what it does to products, but they're definitely different, and I don't think for the better. But, I mean, I like sour things too. This is not the right kind of sour. It's more like on the lines of bitter. But I'm going to go ahead and eat the last few pieces of this, and then I'll test my ketones in 1 hour. Okay, it has been an hour since I had the SmartSweets, so I'm going to go ahead and test my ketones now and see if they've changed. My last reading was 1.3. Okay, so it dropped by 0.4 in the last hour. I will put a timer on for an hour from now, and then I'll test my ketones again. Okay, it has been 2 hours since I had the Swedish fish wannabes, and my ketones an hour ago was at 0.9, so I'm going to test my ketones now and see what they're at. Whoa, that dropped a lot. So I was at 0.9, so that dropped another 0.7. So I think in total, oh God, I think in total that was like a 1.1 drop? Something like that. Yeah, so that's a 1.1 drop from where I started. That's crazy. So I'm kind of glad that these don't taste as good as they used to, because now I'm not going to be tempted to eat them. Okay, I usually don't test this early. It is 9 o'clock, but I am really hungry, so I want to kind of test my first product. So I'm going to go ahead and test my ketones now and see where they're at. Wow, it's crazy high. So I want to kind of give you a sneak peek. I've been doing an ice cream fast up until this point, so for the past 2 days. So that's kind of why my ketones are high. So at a 2.8, I'm going to go ahead and test my first product, Rebel. I usually don't buy Rebel because it's really expensive in stores around me, and the stores that carry it only carry flavors that I am not interested in. So I actually ordered these online. If you order 2 cases, which is 16 pints, I know that's a lot, but then they only end up being $5.99 each, which I think is a killer deal. So I'll tell you the nutrition. For half a cup, it's 130 calories, 12 grams of fat, 14 total carbs, 2 dietary fiber, and 10 grams of erythritol. So that's 2 net carbs per half of a cup and 2 grams of protein. This is something I did not do before purchasing this. I'm going to read you the ingredients. The ingredients are cream, water, erythritol, sour cherries, chocolate flakes, which is made up of coconut oil, cacao, erythritol, sunflower lecithin, salt, Dutch cacao, natural vanilla flavor, and monk fruit. Then the rest of the ingredients include chicory root fiber, which I did not know that these had chicory root fiber in them, egg yolks, vegetable glycerin, milk protein isolate, natural cherry flavor, salt, Peruvian carob gum, don't know what that is, guar gum, monk fruit, citric acid, and more carob gum. So I poured a serving of the cherry chip because that's what I'm going to have, but I will taste the caramel as well. I think it has the same nutrients. Oh, so for the caramel, the only difference is it has 14 grams of total carbs, 4 dietary fiber, and 8 erythritol. So it has less erythritol in the caramel. Basically, the ingredients are the same, except it doesn't have the chocolate chip, so it doesn't have that whole portion. And it does have natural caramel flavors, butter, and that's it. That's the only thing that's different. Oh, it has something in it at the end. The last ingredient is annatto. I don't know what that is, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and try this. It has these big chocolate chips in it. And then you can't really tell the color, but the ice cream is supposed to be cherry flavored. The chocolate chips are a dark chocolate. It's not the most dark chocolate you'll get, but it definitely is a dark chocolate. The cherry flavor is a sour cherry, which I don't particularly like. I like sweet cherries. So just know that it is sour, and it has a hint of cherry. It is very creamy though. I only had this out while I was doing my ketone test, which was maybe only 2 minutes, and I could scoop right into it, and it's really nice and creamy. It's the creamiest ice cream I've had while doing keto. But yeah, the most noteworthy thing is the chocolate is dark and the cherry is sour. But if you've had any Rebel ice cream, you know that their ice cream is really creamy. So I'll kind of show you with this one. I've tried this one already. I'll show you. I mean, it's pretty close to like a regular ice cream, if not just like it. But so this caramel, the salted caramel, has like caramel swirls in it. I can taste the dark chocolate of the cherry one, so hold on. Okay, mouth is rinsed out. So I'll go ahead and try this salted caramel again. Oh my god, it is so good. Okay, I love caramel. Okay, so I'm a little biased when it comes to caramel things, but I feel like it's really hard to get a good caramel flavor in something that's not caramel. Even a lot of the caramel-like things that are keto I feel like has the caramel texture, but not the caramel flavor. This one has the caramel flavor. I wouldn't say it's salted caramel because it's not salty, but the caramel flavor with the vanilla ice cream is so good. I mean, you definitely have to like caramel, but I actually gave my boyfriend a bite of the caramel, and he doesn't like caramel. And he actually said that the caramel was better than the cherry chip. And then I asked him, well, is it better than the cherry chip or is it good? And he said that it's actually good. So I think even for people who don't traditionally like caramel would like this because it's so creamy and flavorful and delicious. Oh God, so good. So good. Oh my God. One thing I will note, it seems like if you get too much of the caramel swirl, it's a little gritty in texture, but I feel like the caramel swirl is kind of, it's subtle. It's not all over the place. It's kind of just fine where the caramel is. It's not, I don't feel like they overdid it with the caramel. I think they balanced out the caramel and vanilla ice cream really well, but there's still definitely a caramel taste to it. I think it's awesome, but I am going to go ahead and finish the one serving of the cherry chip, and then I'll test my ketones in an hour to see if they went up or down at all. Okay, it has been an hour since I had the Rebel ice cream. I'm going to go ahead and test my ketones now. I was at 2.8 before. Whoa. That dropped it by 1.0. That's crazy. So the only thing that I've been having for the past 2 days is that exact Rebel ice cream. I did have some of the caramel, and I haven't tested my ketones after having that, so I don't know if the caramel is what messed me up or not. But I will test my ketones again in another hour because, like I said, the reason why my ketones got to a 2.8 is because I was only eating that Rebel cherry chip. So I'll test my ketones in another hour and see if they move any more. And then I might have just the salted caramel ice cream and see if my ketones change from that, because I'm wondering if it's the salted caramel that's messing with my ketones, because I think the cherry chip does not mess with my ketones, but we'll see after the next ketone test. Okay, it has officially been 2 hours since I had the Rebel Cherry Chip ice cream. I'm going to test my ketones again. An hour ago, they were at 1.8, which was a decrease of 1.0 from before I had the Rebel, so we'll see. Back up to 2.5. So I think that's still a decrease of 0.3, but my ketone level was really high at 2.8. I think that's the highest it's ever been. So I'm going to do a retake. I'm going to test my ketones again an hour after having another serving. And this time I'm going to have just the salted caramel. I usually don't mix products because I really want the results to be reflective of just one product. But I didn't think there was going to be a big difference between the salted caramel and the cherry chip. So just to kind of get a clearer image on if Rebel ice creams are safe to have on keto or not, I'm going to go ahead and have another serving of the caramel. Well, I had a serving of the cherry chip. I'm going to have a serving of just the caramel and see how my ketones react to that. So at a 2.5, that's pretty close to where it was when I did the cherry chip. So I measured out the one serving of caramel, salted caramel. So I will eat this and then I'll test my ketones in 1 hour. Okay, it has been an hour since I tested my ketones last, an hour since I finished the Rebel salted caramel ice cream. I was at a 2.5, so we'll see. This is where it dropped the last time I tested, so we'll see if it drops this time. Okay, so that time it went up. So I'm going to test my ketones in an hour and see if it goes back down or goes up even more. I don't know, but I've never been at a point, or 2.9. That's pretty high. Okay, it has been about 2 hours since I originally had the Rebel ice cream, the salted caramel. So my last reading an hour ago was at 2.9. Wow. So I don't know why the first results were weird. Maybe I just tested my ketones too early in the morning. I know I did have an electrolyte drink first thing in the morning, which was probably an hour and a half before I tested my ketones in the first place. But 3.0, I have never read that high. That's crazy. So with my ketones being so incredibly high, I'm going to test a product that I am almost certain is going to lower it, which is this Good D's chocolate hazel stevia sweetened. So it says stevia sweetened, but this is what frustrates me. First ingredient, maltitol. I should have looked at the ingredients as well as the nutrition because this also has 10 grams of carbs. Anyways, the ingredients are maltitol, vegetable oil, hazelnut, fat reduced cacao powder, skimmed milk powder, whey protein powder, emulsifiers, sunflower lecithin, natural flavoring. Sweetener is stevia extract at the very end. But I don't know. I mean, it's frustrating. It's frustrating that they would advertise that it's stevia sweetened when the first ingredient is maltitol. But 1 tablespoon is 100 calories, 7 grams of fat, 10 total carbs, less than 1 dietary fiber, 2 grams of sugar, 1 gram of protein. So it's a total of 10 carbs. So I'm going to have a tablespoon. Okay, I got my tablespoon. I'm excited for this, but I'm also like really worried for it. But let me try. The hazelnut's definitely prominent, but it has a bit of a chocolate flavor. I would say I like the flavor of this better than the pure chocolate hazelnut spread because that one really tastes like hazelnut. But this one, the hazelnut's very light and it has more of a chocolatey kind of taste to it. But I'm going to go ahead and have this. I am not hopeful for my ketone results, but I'm going to have this and then I'll test my ketones in an hour. Okay, it has been an hour since I had this Good Deeds chocolate hazelnut. So my ketones an hour ago were at 3.0. So let's see where they're at now. Okay, so that's not as much as I thought it would be. But I'll test my ketones in another hour and see if it decreases anymore. Okay, it's been 40 minutes since I tested my ketones last and they were at 2.6. So I'm going to test my ketones now a little bit early. Whoa. So it dropped 4 points initially and now it dropped another 1.4. So that's a total of 1.8 drop. I wish they had labeled this better. I hope you guys don't make the same mistake I did because this is definitely not keto friendly, even though it says it's sweetened with stevia. Maltitol is the first ingredient, so definitely don't try this. Okay guys, so that is all I have for you in this video. If you enjoyed this video or found it at all helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you thought this video kind of stinked, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. I'd like to know your feedback one way or another. If there's any way that you think I could improve these kinds of videos, please let me know in the comment section below because I really appreciate your guys' feedback. I only am doing what I think is interesting and what I think is helpful. So if you think something else would be helpful, please let me know. Also, if you have any suggestions at all of keto products that you would like me to try, I am more than happy to try those products and let you guys know what I think of it so that hopefully you could save your money if the product is kind of garbage, because let's face it, most keto products are really expensive and not worth it. So I'd appreciate you giving me any suggestions you have in the comment section below, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.